Welcome to Between the Pylons. Today we're going to do power rankings for all 32 teams. We're going to break it down into 4 sections. Each section, I'm going to give you one team that is going to outperform last year's performance and one team that might fall back a little bit this year. We got to start with the Eagles. They're the defending Super Bowl champs. You can't knock them down any lower than that until we see how the season progresses. Then we're going to move on to the Chiefs at number 2, and then the Bills, the Ravens, the Lions, the Commanders, the Broncos, and the Bengals. One team I got falling back in this section is the Commanders. They were an outstanding team last year. It's kind of a surprise. They might take a step back this year. They got some more tape on Jaden Daniels. They don't really have that many weapons on offense besides Terry McLaurin. The defense, they added some veterans, but they're older. I'm not sure how it's going to be for them. I could see them taking just a small step back. And on the other side, I got the Broncos. They're going to take a step up. I know Bo Nix is also a second-year quarterback, and that teams have tape on him, but I just think that offense with Sean Payton as the head coach is just really going to explode this year. They added R.J. Harvey in the draft, and I think that's going to help open up the pass game because teams are going to have to worry about that running offense. And that defense is top tier. They added even more to it. It's arguably the best defense in the league right now. 9 through 16, we got the Bucks, the 49ers, the Rams, the Packers, the Texans, the Vikings, the Chargers, and the Seahawks. One team I got improving this year is the 49ers. They went 6-11 last year. They had a ton of injuries. They're finally healthy. They're going to get Brandon Ayuk back after 6 weeks. The defense is still really young, but they added a lot of pieces in the draft, and Robert Saleh is back as coordinator. I think they're going to be hungry and motivated to improve and tell everyone that last year was just a fluke. I feel like they're going to rise up this year. On the downslide, I think I got the Packers. I know they added Micah Parsons on the defense, but their secondary is still just so questionable. That front four is going to be really, really good, but the linebacker position is still at a deficit, and I don't see their defense being so improved that it's going to hold teams from scoring a lot of points on them. So I got them sliding back a little bit this year, just a little. 17 through 24, we got the Steelers, the Falcons, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Cardinals, the Patriots, the Jaguars, and the Raiders. One team going down this year is the Cardinals. They just didn't add anything. It's basically the same team that they're running back. And I know they won, I think, like 7 games last year. I just don't see that happening again this year. The division's really tough. I don't know. They're going to take a step back, I think. Kyler's not the answer. Going up this year is the Patriots. They got new head coach Mike Vrabel, who is a really, really solid leader for that team. And on the offensive side, they added 2 big playmakers, I think, in Kyle Williams and Travion Henderson. They're going to help that team explode. And on the defense, it's going to be really well coached, and they added some more players too as well in the draft. I think it's going to be a solid team. They might be pushing for a wild card spot, so they're on the rise. 25 through 32, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here. We'll go with the Titans, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Giants, the Jets, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Browns taking that last spot. One team I got going up is the Giants. They have some really talented players on both sides of the ball. On the offense, they got Malik Nabers and Tyrone Tracy, who can be really explosive. Nabers could push himself to be a top 5 receiver this year in the league. I know it's murky at the quarterback situation with Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart, who's going to be playing long-term. Russell Wilson's going to start the season. Really, I think the biggest question for me with this Giants team is coaching. Is Brian Daboll really that good of a coach? I know he won Coach of the Year when Daniel Jones had his surgence and took him to the playoffs. But other than that, he hasn't been that great of a coach, I don't think. So, but that'll be the biggest question for me. But play-wise, they have the talent. They can be really good this year. They got a tough schedule, but they're still going to improve. And on the downslope, I got the Dolphins. What's going on there? Mike McDaniel's lost that team, I think. He's going to be fired halfway through the season if they can't win some games. If they go 1-4 or 0-5, he's gone, and they're going to start looking right away. But that's my 32. I'll be back every Tuesday to redo the power rankings and see where teams improved and regressed, and we'll go from there. Let me know what you think. Tell me where I'm wrong.